Street. I'm going to echo the safe haven comment that was made earlier. I'm coming from a little bit different perspective. I'm a gun owner, and I'm a gun user, and I'm experienced. I have, as a young woman, deer hunted. I have also pheasant hunted, duck hunted. I don't actively do that anymore, seeing as I'm older. So I am very familiar with how to handle a shotgun, a deer rifle, and a .22. 2 years ago, I took the Sun Prairie Police Department Citizen Academy, and part of that training was a 3-hour session at the Deerfield Archery Center to learn how to use a handgun. I had 3 hours of experience using handgun. I sat in an hour's training prior to actually being able to shoot, and then we spent a couple of hours shooting. I got to use a Glock and I believe a 9mm. The difference between a shotgun, a deer rifle, a .22, and a handgun is significant. In that 2-hour time frame, I never did get comfortable with a handgun. My concern at this point is the fact that everything's changed since our powers that be at the state capitol have changed their mind and now are not requiring 4 hours of training. And they really aren't requiring that you prove that you've had any training with a handgun. The argument out there has been, I think it's $40 for training. Well, if you can afford a handgun, you can afford $40 worth of training. And the idea of letting anybody out there decide whether they need training or not, they don't have to prove it. The length of time was an issue. I don't agree with that. So I'm extremely uncomfortable at this point with allowing guns in any municipal building, especially the library. So that's the perspective I'm coming from at this point. I would not, in a heartbeat, go out and buy a handgun and not have one-on-one training for an extended period of time. I would have to be comfortable with it. If you slide it in your purse or wherever you carry it and you're not familiar with it, that gun may not be on safety at that point. The only other thing I want to say about this is Kathy Curran, who sits on our foundation, is also an attorney. And this is one thing that she sent to me yesterday that I'd like to read to you. She wasn't able to be here tonight. I know one issue employers, building owners are grappling with in deciding whether to allow concealed weapons is the law grants immunity to the owner-occupant from any liability resulting from their decision to allow concealed weapons. But if an owner-occupant prohibits concealed weapons on the premises, the law is silent and does not offer similar statutory immunity in the event of an incident involving a concealed weapon. It doesn't necessarily mean that the owner-occupant will be found liable, but they are not given the protection of statutory immunity. I don't know if this is also the case with government buildings. I want to share that.